Hey guys, how's it going? Just me and Stuff2 here with another review for you. And today we'll be taking a look at, from Mezco, Silent Screamers Series 2, Real Masters, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 1920. Yet another long title for a review here. Anyways, the box is enormous, it's ridiculous, and it's heavy too. Here it is still in package. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the movie, 1920, is a silent film. So if you're not a fan of the silent films, you know, with no sound effects, no audio, all it is footage, music, and you read some of the dialogue. If you're not a fan of that, then maybe you won't be into the movie. But I've seen it, and I can tell you that this figure is pretty exaggerated. This version, because he wasn't this big, or he had a hat as well. Because here we got pictures on the side, and it looks good. But look here's the difference. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and he was not that big. He was the same size. If anything, he might have been smaller than his, his other personality, because he was hunched down. Anyways, we got another picture of him in his laboratory. Looks like it comes with a card. It's cool. But yeah, as exaggerated as it is, I think if anything, it makes it cooler. You can see all the accessories in there. It's crazy. That's probably what makes this figure so heavy. But yeah, on the back we get other figures in the wave and a read-up of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. At the top here we got before film had a voice, there were silent screamers. It's crazy. So right here we get a read-up of the actual character and featuring all that stuff. So if you want to read it, go ahead, it's right there. And yes, there's two figures in this box, so that'll be interesting. Down here on the side we got Metropolis. What year was that? 1920 as well. It's crazy. On the bottom we got Edison's Frankenstein, 1910. Dang, those are really old movies. It's insane. Wow, how movies changed. But yeah. When did this figure come out? It came out in early 2000, I believe. I'm trying to look for the date here. I don't have one. I think it'll probably be on the bottom of the figure, like on his actual foot. Anyways, that's it for packaging. Gonna open this up and give you a closer look at both Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And here he is out of the package, just aching to be reviewed. Anyways, we got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Starting off with the accessories first, let's take a look. It comes with this candle. It's really small. It's even got some detail on there too, like it's like it's melting. It's like no paint detail other than the white and the tip, which is supposed to be the flame. It's decent. Why not? He also comes with this. I'm not really sure what you want to call it. Cups, glasses, lab cups. I don't know. Anyways, they're pretty good for what they are. They're just translucent. Plastic is pretty cool, but it's got like paint inside, which makes it look like it has an actual chemical in there. It's awesome. And this one, it looks like it's actually been poured out. It's really cool. As well as the syringe he comes with. It's crazy. Translucent as well, and it's kind of big for what it is. But how small would a syringe really be in figure form? Holy crap! So I'm glad we got this size. It's cool. 2 books are included also, and it's cool. It's got all this paint detail, make it look like it's an actual book, and it can't open. It's really nice. And only this one has an actual title on there. Evolution by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's awesome. He also comes with more chemical cups or glasses. They're translucent as well. No paint details make it look like there's something in there, but they still sculpted another piece of plastic in there. Looks like it's a clear liquid. It's really nice. And there's a hole in the bottom, which I'll show you, because the rest of them have it. I'll show you afterwards, after I show you. Look at that. That one's really cool. That's awesome. You could actually use this for like anything else, like with the Marvel Legends Beast figure. You probably put him in a science lab. It's really interesting. And here's the last one right here. It's really cool. And the reason why they all have holes, there's 4 of them. It comes with this stand. It's supposed to look like it's metal. It's cool, you know. You just set it down like that on any counter, whatever. And this is where all of them go. That's why they have the hole right there. That's awesome. How epic is that? And you can change them with any of them. Change them out. That is awesome. And then we got probably my favorite accessory, the vials. I think that's how you pronounce it. The vials, you know, like the test tubes or whatever. It's cool. Look at that. It comes with this like this stand thing. And yes, all 4 are individual, and they come out like that. That's awesome. Translucent as well. They all come out. That is freaking amazing. I really appreciate that. And if that's not enough, we also get a base. A big ass base. On the bottom, you know, nothing too fancy, but on the front, where it's supposed to look, here we got the street right here, with the sewer, the what's it called? The drain. Yeah, the drain. And then we got the sidewalk right here. It's got all kinds of detail on it. Look at that. Got all the cracks in there, sculpted in. We got some blood on there. Just, I mean, the blood doesn't really look that good. It kind of looks amateur, but the fact that it's there at all is kind of interesting. And it's all right here too, going down to the gutter into the drain. It's crazy. Look at it. We even got like little drips. See that? It's just like just blood splatter, like little ones. We got blood over here as well. It's crazy. And here is his table, his laboratory table, and it's cool as well. I already took the liberty and pegged them in. They're individual, the stands. They're by themselves, single. You peg them into the ground, and you put the table on top of that. I've already put it together. It's nothing hard. It's cool. Look at that. It's got the floor. The floor is actually sculpted as well. Got a little bit of blood. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be blood or just some other chemical. You know, maybe he's been messing around with all that stuff. Look at that. Right here as well on the table itself. It's cool. Got some paint detail, shading on the actual legs. It's awesome. And they do connect. These stands, see the bottom here? They connect. Back to the sidewalk. You see this? I didn't tell you. These connect to the table. Right there. And they just go on easily. You just kind of, turn it around. Yeah. Just push it in. Nothing hard. And now you got the scenery. Half and half. Awesome. We are missing one more piece. And that goes right there. And here is the last piece. It's the wall. It's just, I think it's cardboard with like some kind of, I don't know, laminated over it. Because it doesn't feel like just straight up like cardboard from a box. It's cool. It feels more like a board game. Something like that. Anyways, here's the wall, which is the laboratory. It's all dirty and ugly. On the other side, it's the actual outside. Like, you see this? It's got the bricks. It's cool. Let's connect it. And you just squeeze it right in. Yeah, there we go. Squeezes in into that, that lining that they had. And now you got both halves. To the outside street, which is going to be Mr. Hyde. And on the inside, we got the laboratory for Dr. Jekyll. Yeah, this doesn't come off easily, but it doesn't stay on too well either. It's kind of like in the middle. But it was meant to stay on the ground, that's why. And when it's on there, it's on there. Nice. And now let's get into the actual figure. Finally. Here he is, Mr. Hyde. And all his glory. Look how ugly this guy is. Here, giving you a 360 here. You can turn around and see everything. He's got like skin sticking out of his coat. It's like it's all ripped like the Hulk. You see all the details in there. There's like scratches. It's crazy. But yeah, like I said, this is an exaggerated version of the movie figure, because he's not this big, he's not this tall. I mean, he is this ugly, that's for sure. But that's Mezco for you. Kind of stylizing it. Anyways, this figure looks pretty good. Look at him. It's freaking ugly. He's got one eye completely yellowed out. All yellow. This one's actually good. Look at those teeth. That is freaking ugly. It's crazy. Look at those teeth. The crazy detail. It's insane. Got all the hair sculpted in, painted. It's nice. Got the, even that cone head he has. He did have that in the movie for sure. But you can see all the detail on this guy. It's crazy. Sculpted like, you know, like it's kind of going like this. The wavy form of his big coat. The actual buttons are painted in, sculpted as well. It's crazy. Look at his hands. Wow. The nails are actually painted detail. It's awesome. It's that weird thing on his hand. I don't really know what that is. I can't remember that if that's important or if it's just like a random like hair or something. No, it's on both. Yeah, I think it's just hair. It's just painted on. Those are some crazy nails. He only has one foot sticking out of his coat. Look how long this coat is. It's on the ground. It's like Batman's cape or something. He's really thick, this guy. But he is pretty hollow. Look at all that paint detail. It's insane. And we'll get into why he's hollow. Articulation wise, all I can do is a swivel in his head. Let's go left and right just fine. But that's it. Cannot go up and down or nothing like that. Swivels on the shoulders. Go all the way around. Both of them. And swivels at the wrists. Well, at the forearm, right where the coat ends, right there. Both sides. Yeah. And that's it. Nothing in the legs or nothing like that. And the reason why is because I guess they decided to say, you know, hey, we're giving you so many accessories, we're giving you a big base, and we're giving you 2 figures, we're going to lack our articulation here. And that's fine, because here's the gimmick of Mr. Hyde here. You open up and you get 2 figures. You see that line right here? That line, so you open up, and you have Dr. Jekyll. That's crazy. You know what? I think Dr. Jekyll here is kind of ugly too. Why? Because he is an exaggerated, stylized version yet again of the movie. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. But look at this guy. He's pretty detailed too. Look at that chin. Those eyebrows. It's crazy. She got this face like, I have a dark side, don't I? Big old bowl right here. Big bow tie. The vests. Got the pants. And the shoes. Look like elf shoes. It's really weird. But you know, it was back then, the 1920s. Look at all this paint detail. It's crazy. It's got shading throughout the pants and the vest and the shirt. And on his skin tone as well. Like you see his hands. Look at his hands. I don't know what's going on with the hands here. His hair is actually pretty good. Look at that. Got some dark brown in there with some light as well. It's crazy. And I will say though, in the movie I noticed that his pants were not like this. His pants went all the way down from what I remember. But yeah, his sleeves were up and down, yeah, throughout, off and on. So that's accurate. And look at his hands, look at this. I'm still like freaked out about these hands. They're so weird. I think this one was probably meant to hold a syringe maybe. I don't know about the other one. Alright. So articulation wise, he's lacking as well. But that's fine since we got a big old pack. He's got a swivel in his head. Go left and right, just fine. Cannot go up and down though or anything like that. Swivel on the shoulders, go all the way around. I'm really super duper stiff, if I can talk. Both sides, look at that. You hear that cracking? It doesn't want to go every time. It's like the paint sticking or something. And then a swivel right here at the forearm or the elbow, right where the shirt ends, right there. Both sides. Yep. And that's it. Nothing in the waists or in the legs. Nothing. Look at those buckles. And here they are side by side. So you can see the height difference. Dr. Jekyll's light side with his dark side, Mr. Hyde. And you can already see, you know, Hyde's completely flat, so that's good. But Jekyll, his feet, I don't know. I feel like his right leg is slightly longer than his left, which is why he's kind of crooked there. It's weird. Anyways, let's bring in some more figures to compare them. And here is Dr. Jekyll and a size comparison with other figures. Here we have from NECA, Terminator Part 1, Kyle Reese. And here we have from Mattel, DC Universe Classics, The Question. You can see he lines up with them just fine. Same size as the DC UC, but a little bit shorter than NECA, which I'm okay with. He's not like a big soldier guy or nothing like that. He's just a regular guy, a scientist. And one more, let's bring in from the corpse. You know those Walmart G.I. Joe knockoffs? Here is that one guy. I can't remember his name. And here we have Mr. Hyde, side by side with other figures. Here is from Sideshow Toys, Frankenstein the movie, The Creature. or Frankenstein's monster, whatever you want to call him. And here is from NECA, Freddy vs. Jason, Jason Voorhees, from that 2-pack. As you can see, Mr. Hyde here lines up just fine with these two big guys. It's crazy, he's at home here. And one more, here is from Hasbro, Star Wars, one of the older lines, might have been like late 90s or something like that. An Ewok. Look at this guy. So my final thoughts on this figure, or this figure set, it's awesome. It's really interesting, to say the least. You get this whole laboratory set for Dr. Jekyll. It's crazy. Here he is with all his accessories. And I'm not expecting it to all stay there as I turn it. Oh, it is. But yeah. Get his good side, Dr. Jekyll, the scientist, trying to figure out what's going on in our second nature and all that other stuff. And then you turn around. Look at that. That's cool. You get both sides right here. Get light and dark. It's crazy. You turn around to his dark side, Mr. Hyde. Once he's figured out how to use the formula and figure out what's the deepest, darkest desires / evil intentions in him, he turns into this, Mr. Hyde. And why he's in the street area? Because he goes on a rampage. Well, not a rampage, but you know what I mean? Like, he ends up killing people. He rapes women. It's kind of brutal, actually. I mean, of course, they don't show everything in that old movie, but they show just enough to get you to understand what the hell's going on. But yeah, what would I rate this set? 1 through 10, 5 being average. I would give this set a 9. A 9 out of 10. Maybe even a 9.5. The only thing it's lacking on is articulation. But of course I understand, you know, we get all this instead of articulation, and that's fine. But if they went the extra mile with the articulation, then bam, it would get a 10. But it gets a 9 on my rating, and that's pretty damn good. But yeah, hopefully this review helped you out, and maybe you'll get this set just for the figures or just for the accessories alone. Either way, it's good. But yeah, that's my review on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Silent Screamers. This figure set came out in 2001, by the way. It's on the bottom of his foot. And yeah, remember guys, I upload videos every Sunday morning and sometimes on Wednesdays. Hope to see you in the next video. Alright, thanks for watching.